Why play Gnar Top? Well, he has brilliant mobility, he brings an amazing amount of lockdown, he scales into a late game beast, and he's a manaless champion. However, he can be bullied early game if his range isn't enough to keep him safe, and he's not able to control when he transforms, needing you to play around it. Gnar's passive is when he deals damage or takes damage, he receives rage. At maximum rage, Gnar's abilities are then switched to Mega Gnar's abilities for 4 seconds. Upon using one of these abilities or after 4 seconds, he transforms into Mega Gnar. As Mini Gnar, he has bonus movement speed, attack range, attack speed, and attack speed growth. As Mega Gnar, he gains a massive amount more base health, armor, magic resist, and attack damage. Mini Gnar's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage to all enemies it passes through and slows them. Upon going max range or hitting an enemy, it then flies back to Gnar. This deals half damage to all subsequent targets, and if Gnar catches the boomerang, he refunds 40% of the cooldown. In Mega form, this is a straight line skill shot which stops on the first enemy hit, dealing damage to nearby enemies. This also slows them, and Gnar can pick up the boulder to massively reduce the cooldown. Mini Gnar's W is a passive, where his attacks and abilities apply a stack of hyper to the enemy target. Upon stacking this 3 times, he deals bonus damage and gains a chunk of movement speed. In Mega form, it's a small rectangular skill shot which deals damage to and stuns enemies hit. Mini Gnar's E is a short range dash where afterwards he gains a large amount of attack speed. If he lands on a unit, he'll then bounce again, and bouncing on an enemy deals damage and slows them. In Mega form, this causes him to leap to a location, dealing damage to all enemies hit and slowing them. Mini Gnar's ultimate is just a passive which increases the bonus movement speed gained from his W. In Mega form, it creates a circle around him which throws enemies in a direction. All enemies hit also take damage and are slowed, and if this is used to throw enemies into terrain, they take increased damage and are stunned instead of slowed. For combos, start auto-attacking trying to proc your W using Q when your opponent runs towards or away from you. Keep attacking using E to either chase them down or jump away as needed. And your all-in combo with rage building is to attack into Q and then keep attacking until Mega Gnar is available. Jump in to transform, then use your ultimate into Q and W before following up with an E and more auto-attacks. For matchups, Gnar is great into champions he can easily disengage from before turning Mega and jumping on them, and he can struggle against champions who can easily get onto him and stop him from kiting. For runes, take this, Fleet helps you kite or engage even better. For build order, start Blade and Pot into Triforce in tier 2 boots. After this, a Black Cleaver and Sterax are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Teleport. Starting the game, you want to farm hard, poke your opponent where you can, and take good trades. As you don't have any mana, every time it's available, feel free to throw out your Q. It's great poke, and the slow makes it difficult to trade back against you. And whenever your opponent goes to farm, if you can land 2 auto attacks into a Q, you'll have dealt a massive amount of damage, and the speed up from W lets you simply run away. Keep being mindful about your Mega Bar. When it comes up, if you can get onto your opponent, you have such amazing stats it can lead to quick kills. Entering the mid game, take your tower as soon as possible. From here, either split push for pressure or group with your team for fights and objectives. Entering late game team fights, if you're Mini Gnar, play as the backline. Use your Q to be annoying and E to reposition yourself until you turn Mega. When turning Mega, you're looking to jump into the enemy team. Look to land a multi-person ultimate to smash them into a wall, before using the rest of your abilities for stuns and damage.